I'm going to be reading for Chanticleer.
Frelo.
I'm one of the narrators along with Charles.
And me, another Fox.
My lord walks through the line.
Oh, sweet dad, what a lucky grandson. Do you have your sleepy head found you to shame?
Ah, madame, I pray you take it not in grief. By God, I dreamed I'd come to such mischief. Just now my heart yet jumps with sore affright. Now God my vision read aright, and keep my body out of foul prison. I dreamed that while I wandered up and down within our yard, I saw there a strange beast, was like a dog. And he'd have me a feast upon my body, and have him dead. And have had me dead. His color yellow it was, and somewhat red, and tipped his tail was, as were both his ears, with black unlike the rest as it appears. His snout was small and gleaming with each eye. Remembering how he looked, almost I'd die, and this caused my groaning, I confess.
Ah, why are you spied? Alas, for by the God above, now have you lost my heart and all of my love. I cannot love a coward by my faith, for truly whatsoever one is safe. We all desire, if only it may be, to have a husband haughty, wise, and free, and trustworthy, no nugget, and no fool, nor one that be afraid of every tool, nor yet a beggar by the God above. How dare you say, for shame unto your love, that there is anything you have feared? Have you not man's heart, and yet have been? Alas, and you are frightened by a vision? Dreams are, God knows, a matter of distance. Visions are generated by repetitions and vapors embodied by secretations of humors, abundant in a wet. Surely this dream which you have tonight comes only of a superfluity of your bilious inconstant, which causes folk to shiver in the dreams for arrows and for flames with your bilious red gleams. For great beasts in the fear that you will bite, for cause for wolves whelps gray in sight. Just a humor of melancholy calls full many a man in sleep to cry. For fear of black bears and bulls are blood, our less black devils put them in a sack. Of other humors could I tell also, that bring to many a sleeping man great woe, but I'll pass on as lightly as I can. Lou Cato, and he was full of wise men, said he not he should trouble not for dreams. Now, sir, when you fly from the beams, for God's loves go to some that still peril of soul, and I left counsel for the best. I will not lie, that both color and mountain you purge yourself. And since you shouldn't tarry on the farms there no appellant, I will myself go find some herbs for you that will be good in health and pecker too. And in your own yard I will find these herbs that which properties of proper kind to purge you underneath and above. Forget this not now for God's very love. You are very clear in complexions. Beware the mounting sun and all dejection, nor get yourself with sun humorous hot. For if you do, I dare will lay a God that you shall have the titration fevers plain, or some a God that may well be your bane. A day or two you shall have destruction of worms, before you take your laxatives of laurel, ginger, and fuming, and also have a purification. Our camper or else of dogwood, berry, herby, ivy, and yard so merry, pegs that just have grown and plump in them. Be merry, husband, for your fathers can dread no more dreams, and I can say no more.
Chanticleer recalled the tales he heard of similar accounts in which similar things occurred. A man had a dream, and it later came true, and now Chanticleer feared the same would happen to him.
And therefore, pretty Paralotte, my dear, by such old-time examples may you hear, and learn that no man should be too reckless of dreams. For I can tell you, fair mistress, that many a dream is something well to dread. Why, in the life of Saint Kenelm I read, who was Cnepha's son, the noble king of Mercia, how Kenelm dreamed a thing, and while ere he was murdered, so they say, his own death in a vision saw one day. His nurse interpreted as records tell that vision, bidding him to guard him well from treason, but he was but 7 years old, and therefore 'twas but little he
been told of any dream. So holy was his heart, by God, I'd rather than retain my shirt, than that you have read this legend, as have I. Dame Paralote, I tell you verily, Macrobius, who wrote of Sipho the African a vision long ago, he holds by dreams, saying that they have been warnings of things that men have later seen. And furthermore, I pray you to look well in the Old Testament at Daniel, whether he held dreams for mere vanity. Read too of Joseph, and you there shall see where dreams have sometimes been, I say not all, warnings of things that after did befall. Consider Egypt's kings, Dan Pharaoh, his baker and his butler, these also. Whether they knew of no effect from dreams, whoso will read of sundry realms the themes, many may learn of dreams, full many of a wondrous thing. Lo, Chrysus, who was once of Lydia king, dreamed he not that sat upon a tree, which signified that hanged high he should be. Lo, how Andromache, great Hector's wife, on that same day when Hector lost his wife, she dreamed upon the very night before that Hector's life should be lost evermore. If on that day he battled without fail, she warned him, but no warning could avail. He went to fight despite all auspices, and so was shortly slain by Achilles. But that same tale is all too long to tell, and to it nearly day I must not dwell upon this. I but say, concluding here, that from this vision I have cause to fear adversity, and I say furthermore that I do set by laxatives no store, for they are poisonous, I know it well. Them I defy and love not truth to tell. But let us speak of mirth and stop at this. My lady Paralote, on hope of bliss. In one respect God's given me much grace, for when I see the beauty of your face, you are so rosy red beneath each eye, it makes my dreadful terror wholly die. For there is truth in our principio mulier est hominis confusio. Madam, the meaning of this Latin is, woman is man's delight and all his bliss. For when I feel at night your tender side, although I cannot then upon you ride, because our perch so narrow is, alas, I am so full of joy and all solace, that I defy than vision, I and dream.
After that, Chanticleer jumped down from his perch, and his hidden wives followed him. Time goes by, and after March, all 32 days, he becomes more joyful and unconcerned with his dream.
The sun, my love, has climbed anew 40 degrees and one and somewhat more. My lady Paralote, who I adore, mark now these happy birds, hear how they sing, and see all these fresh flowers, how they spring, full is my heart of revelry and grace.
Chanticleer then realizes that his dream could still come true, and he falls back into a state of depression.
My tale is of a cock, as you shall hear, that took the counsel of his wife with sorrow. A woman's counsel brought us first to woe, and Adam caused from paradise to go. Pass over, I but said it in my game. Read authors where such matters do appear, and what they say of women you may hear. These are the cock's words, they are none of mine.
No harm in woman can I e'er divine. All in sand, a bathing merrily, lay Paralote with all her sisters by, there in the sun.
And so befell that, as he cast his eye among the herbs and on a butterfly, he saw this fox that lay there, crouching low. Nothing of urge was in him than to crow.
And then, with the sight of the fox, everybody began to fear. And then, when Chanticleer saw the fox, he would have fled, but the fox approached him.
Gentle sir, alas, why be thus gone? Are you afraid of me, who am your friend? Now surely I were worse than any fiend if I should do you harm or villainy. I cannot hear upon your deeds to spy, but certainly the cause of my coming was only just to listen to you sing. For truly you have quite as fine a voice as angels have that heaven's choirs rejoice. But theists to music cannot bring such feeling, nor do others who can sing. My Lord, your Father, God his soul, pray bless, and to your mother of her gentleness, have been in my abode to my great ease. And surely, sir, right fan am I to please, but since men speaking of singing, I will say as I still have my eyesight day by day. Save you, I never heard any man so sing as your did Father in the great dawning. Truly twas from the heart his every song, and that his voice might ever be more strong, He took such pains that with his either eye he had to blink. So loudly would he cry, standing on his tiptoes therewithal, stretching his neck till it grew long and small. And such discretion too by him was shown. There was no man in any region known, that him in song or wisdom could surpass. I've well read in Dan Burrell the Ass, among his verses, how there was a cock, because a priest's son gave to him a knock upon the leg, while young and not yet wise. He caused the boy to lose his benefice. But surely there is no comparison with the great wisdom and discretion your father had, or with his subtlety. Now sing, dear sir, for holy charity, see if you can your father counterfeit.
His wings began to beat, as one that could know treason their epilepsy. Alas, his wife recked nothing of his dreams, and on a Friday fell at this mischance. O Venus, who art the goddess of pleasance, since he did serve thee well, this chancellor, and to the utmost of his power here, more for delight than cocks did multiply. Why wouldn't thou suffer him that day to die? O Galfred, my dear master sovereign, who when King Richard Lionheart was slain by arrows, sang his death with sorrow so. Why have I not your faculty and Lord to chide Friday, as you did worthily? For truly on a Friday slain was he.
Then would I prove how well I could complain for Chanticleer's great fear and all of his pain. Certainly no such cry lamentations were made by ladies at Troy's when fires with his terrible bare sword he had taken old King Priam by the beard and slain him, as made then all the hands in one chorus when they caught sight of Chanticleer.